Hello and welcome to episode 24 of our Timberborn update for Waterbeaver mod playthrough, cycle 31, day 4, and we are in yet another self-inflicted crisis. Let's go ahead and pause. We have a lot of thirsty beavers here. In fact, they're so thirsty that our main district only has 28 water out of a total storage capacity of over 4,000. So something has clearly gone horribly wrong in our prioritization of tasks here. We have, well, we used to have in this district over 300 beavers. Half of them have died of thirst. So we've got something we really need to figure out here. And what we're going to end up doing is pretty much super ultra crisis mode, just pausing everything, and yes, including the buildings, but the water pumps. Get these guys in here. Pumping water. We have, well, we have enough food for 152 beavers, but we'll go ahead and take a quick survey of how everything is looking. Oh, also, by the way, we're still only 38% of the way through. Oh man, I can't even talk right. But research in our bachelor's in mycology that we began 3 episodes ago. We've got lots of stuff going on, and we started so many other projects we're going to just have to completely put on hold. But hey, we have our irrigation tower lodge all taken care of here. We'll come back to that at a later point in time. But pretty much everything right now is in crisis hold mode. So let's just go ahead and open our not global view, our Beaverburg view. And we're going to, I don't want to mess with the prioritization of jobs necessarily, because I feel like when you don't have a full complement of beavers, that's kind of a fool's errand. So what we're going to do instead is all these things that are unnecessary, we're just going to pause, like our log gnawing. Why do I have so many log gnawing stations? My God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 of these. Why? Why did I do this? It's probably because of the whole power situation here. But those are going to be paused. Mushroom growers, well, they don't have anybody working there anyway, so they were already deprioritized. I don't need to worry about those guys. Pit and ladder lodges, those are haulers. Again, they don't have anybody working there. And the tower segments also don't have anybody working there. So what that ought to tell us is that part of our problem is because we don't have beavers working as haulers, and we have buildings specifically set to only have things moved by haulers. So we're going to have to fix that as well. So let's go ahead and just we'll pause the primitive ironworks, because that'll give us other beavers to maybe go do other things. Primitive mines, we can pause those as well. Well, hold on. This doesn't say this says Smetler. Okay. Well, that's a typo that probably has already been fixed, because I'm on a couple versions behind. But, yeah, we're going to pause our primitive Smetlers here. And I'm not making fun of you. It's just funny. Oh, man, I digress. Rudimentary sawmill. Nobody is living in that one, I don't think. I hope not. It's gristmill. Oh, no. Well, no one was living in there anyway, but it can't run because it doesn't have any power. So that was never going to be a problem. Screw presses, water pumps. These are the things that are causing us problems, because look how many of these are prioritized by haulers, and we don't have any haulers. So we're going to uncheck all of these and the upgrades. And yeah, we're going to, I'm not going to super prioritize all these, but I will bump these back up to higher, and I will bump these back up to normal from a deprioritized standpoint. Wood felling planification lodge. This one was already paused. Where is this one? This probably we can just get rid of, honestly, because we're not cutting these brambles. We're using these for their flowers. So since this building is already empty, we might as well just take this as an opportunity to just get rid of it. Solve that problem. Everything else, go back up to the top here. Is anything prioritized that shouldn't be? I don't think so. I mean, farmhouse is obviously pretty important, but for right now, we're doing okay. Forester is already deprioritized, but there's nobody in there anyway. Gatherer flags, important, but I think at this point, just turning off the hauler prioritization should help us considerably, just based on how this is set up. These are already paused, that's fine. So we'll get rid of that. That ought to help us a little bit because we have enough. We have enough water pumps. So I don't think the issue, well, theoretically we have enough water pumps. We might need to maybe make 1 or 2 more. But it's not like we're just hemorrhaging water that much. We can be careful about our production. So let's unpause. And so what that's going to do is that's going to make it so that the beavers working in here are going to take stuff out to the tanks instead of having to rely on a hauler to do it, and then the building fills up and they can't do anything, or this or that or the other. So not having the haulers working is probably the cause, or at least a major contributing factor to a lot of our problems that we've got here. So we'll let these guys do what they got to do and briefly talk about everything else we would like to get done today. Hopefully it's not just a crisis fix episode, because those aren't always as interesting. I don't think. I don't know. You guys might like my suffering a little more than I do. But we did start making balloons, or balloon research, in the previous episode before things went haywire. And those blueprints are in the Artist Lodge to get fancified, and also in the Copyist Lodge to get, well, copied. So we actually should have, I don't even know, I just have to mouse over these. I thought we would have, maybe they haven't even done anything about this. Maybe not. Well, at some point we're going to have those, and I originally said that we needed to have, I don't even, where is the, here it is, trading balloons. I originally said that this needed power, and that was going to be a huge pain, but then the creator of the mod reached out in the comments and said, hey, you don't have to worry about it because the power that it needs is generated by the dock or the landing pad or whatever it's called. So that's all fine. We'll just worry about that when we get there. It shouldn't be that big of a problem, and we'll see what happens. Other than that, let's go ahead and triple speed, because there's literally nothing else I can do right now except let these guys stop being thirsty. Are we exporting from the first district? Or not from the first district, from Bramble Dam. Now that we do have some better functioning district crossings here. Actually, I should check and make sure that this is set to always import water. I'm pretty sure we did that, but at this rate, who knows? Where is water? Once again, asking for a search bar for items in this. I don't know. It's not like, okay, here it is. There we go. All right, that's fine. Dying of thirst, dying of thirst. What else is new? We're dying of thirst. But at least they're operating, kind of, just as soon as the beavers get in there. It's obviously not going to be as productive if they have to walk all over the place, but yeah, if we disable prioritize by haulers, then maybe the beavers will actually take their water into here when they finish dumping it. I don't know. Well, let's see what happens here. Now, where are you going, buddy? Where are you going? You going to go all the way across the map to do something that's not related to... Wait, hold up. What? I feel like this is something that cannot possibly be my fault, where you have beavers working in a different water pump, going halfway across the map to carry water out of another water pump they're not assigned to put it in storage, instead of pumping their own water. I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong, but that doesn't seem smart for that to be default behavior. I don't know. We'll get it figured out. Well, while they are running around like chickens with their heads cut off, or running around like thirsty beavers, which they are, we'll just sit here and let them figure themselves out. Because I've been told that the bridges in this mod have been fixed and improved. Specifically, that you don't have to have the platforms back to back like this, they could all, or two of them rather, could connect to the same platform, and even into the front of a building. So if you take a look at how this is set up, it looks the same, but you'll notice, well, I can't put that piece there because it's a separate district. You'll notice you can actually have a path connect to the side of this first piece, whereas in the vanilla game, it's only out the back. So that's kind of cool. Had I known that when we were setting this up, I probably would not have built it this way, but we built it this way, so that's how it is. All right. Are we making any progress with the water at all? I mean, maybe. Only 42 of the beavers are thirsty this time. Okay, so that's using water. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna pause these tank showers. Where's the other one? I probably should have done that a long time ago, because this is just using water we could be using to instead, you know, cause beavers not to die of thirst. So those two are paused. I do not remember where the rest of them are. I want to say there's at least a couple more. Maybe I'm just seeing things in my mind and there's not actually what the thing is. Who knows? Who can be sure? Not me. Well, it'll help at least. And this, thankfully, is not requiring water. The kimchi production is requiring water, but that's also food. So I don't know that we really want to turn that off. I think that... Oh, no, the kimchi doesn't require water. Never mind. Cabbages and bramble flowers. So what is requiring water? Sunflower oil. No. No, none of that. Baffling. I think part of the problem is the beavers just won't stay in their stinking buildings to do their job. They just have to go all the way across the map to do other garbage that's not related to what they're doing. Don't know why it does that. They will get it figured out, I suppose. They're still digging for water here. One water per hour. I guess technically these beavers are... Oh, they're still thirsty too. All right, so what's up with that? All right, this is producing water. That's good. 4 water per hour. We really should be building more of these. So let's take advantage of that, because that's something we can easily do. We can easily fix this. Well, somewhat easily. Actually, we don't need to blow this up at all, because this is just the backside. I just needed to bridge that gap. So why don't we instead... Did I just miss... Okay, this is a subcategory. Aquifer pump. There we go. And I can put 2 more of these in. And then we'll just come in behind. I think... Can they get underneath before the thing is built? I don't know. Probably still end up just doing this one piece at a time here. Because this is going to require... I mean, we should have all this stuff already. Because this doesn't have to be manned, and it makes 4 water per hour. And as long as it has some sort of power coming in, then it'll just keep running. So this could be a good long-term solution for some of our problems. We also have all this mess happening here to try and connect these things together. Right now, this one large water wheel is producing considerably more power than the, well, most of the ones it replaced. And we are running... Yeah, you know, we're running the drill to make some coal, dirt, and waste rocks so we can, you know, have our trebuchet flinging stuff all over the place. And it's enough to run, well, at least part of our... Yeah, look at those rocks fly. At least part of this stuff. So that's A-okay. We could be happy with that. We'll let them continue going on here. This pit tank is probably fine. I'm going to go ahead, since we're already over here, and I'm going to put a medium tank right here and have that be for water set to supply. So that way, I know we already have this, but they don't seem to care about using it, so I'll probably just get rid of it. And instead put in its place probably another tank for water. I know it seems kind of dumb, but I don't think we, at this point, I don't think we can ever have too much water storage. Just one of those things we're going to have to cope with. Yeah, water amount is still extremely low, and I think I can't remember who said this, so I apologize. But in the comments, somebody had a good term for what happens, like what's happening right now, where one thing being wrong just leads to a cascade of other things being wrong, and the beavers have a less efficient working speed, travel speed, etc., and that just causes a chain reaction of chaos. So if we click on these guys, we actually got a debuff because of thirst, 25% debuff for thirst, but well-being 2 gives them a +5, so I guess it kind of helps a little bit. So we clearly need to be trying to fix the thirst problem, because that's just making everybody slower, and then everything just goes badly from there. But actually, let's click on this guy again. At well-being 12, they get a +15% boost to movement speed instead of a +5. And we're at well-being 11 average. This guy's at 9. But if we were able to find a way to raise this, and a couple of you brought this up in the comments as well, if we were able to find a way to raise this just a tiny bit, we probably would get a few more beavers that would be getting that extra boost, and that might help solve some of our problems. We haven't built a lot of campfires. We haven't built any rooftop terraces, I don't think. We have the news board. All this aesthetic stuff. I'm going to have to put the Napoleon billboard back in. That's pretty much exactly what this is. So where is the... nope, not the power billboard. We learned that one the hard way. There we go. So, let's put... I guess if I'm going to build this, I should... oh, is it not going to let me put it across the two up here? Oh, it is! Oh, that's rich. Is this going to... I guess this would hit most of the beavers at once. So that's okay. Just for the sake of having some coverage, we'll put in a few of these. We'll let that be a thing. That should give us... I can't remember what the boost was, but I think it was at least 1 or 2. That would be nice. Comic books probably would also help, but I wanted to try and conserve paper because we were using it for the recipes in the ENS and the... Not the scroll rack, the... come on. Library. I think. But we should be making these balloons, which... oh, they don't need paper? Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. We have to build the balloons. Oh, that's in the Handicrafter Lodge. That I remember that was something that was told to me by the mod creator in the comments. Where is the Handicrafter Lodge? This one? Please load. Thank you. Yes. Oh, yep, they need paper for the balloons. I was correct. For once. Let's find ourselves a spot for... Geez. So hard to see this with the middle of the screen here. I've got room here for, it looks like... yeah, I'll just have this one here. We'll start making balloons, and then we can start doing trading, because when we do trading, we can get some cool stuff. I don't know if we've taken a look at this. We can get pineapples. We can get the rare seeds, which is how we get the tree nursery or something going. Iron Teeth gives us coffee and bones? I don't really know what that's about if we provide them with certain things. But we can't make either of those things right now anyway, so that's fine. We can't make wine, but as soon as we can, we get coconuts. We can make the mediocre chestnut beer. And I don't know what those... Are those shells? Looks like those could be shells. Polar beavers will give us... What is that like? Is that like ointment for joints or something? Like icy hot? Is that what that is? Looks like blocks of ice for some sort of stew that could be... Oh, that's... is that spicy stew or is that awful stew? For the polar beavers. Oh, I didn't even read the text on the bottom. The rustic polar beavers live in and explore the ruins of some strange frozen circular human city. I guess that's what we're calling those. They have no real agriculture, so they want really stuffy food. That's probably awful stew then. They will more than gladly give us as much ice as we can lift off with, unless you're the kind of sicko who likes to collect human remains. I really ought to read the flavor text more. Folktales. They'll give us the maple pastries, and then... Well done, well done. Our cousins, the folktales, live a simple life. They're only like a simple life. I'm sorry. They are only interested in tasty foods in exchange for their own tasty food. If you bring them something amazing enough, they might introduce you to their weird secret hobby. That looks like a cursed scroll of whatever it was that showed up as one of the options in the storage. But that's funny. We're gonna have some fun with that later, assuming we can come back from this. The water level is going up, kind of. I want to know what these guys are building instead of what I've told them to build. Because the billboards shouldn't take that long. That one's working. This one has not been constructed, and this one also has not been constructed. So what are they working on? I don't think there's that much to actually build. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Well, the handicrafter obviously is not happening. No progress on the bachelors in mycology because we don't have anybody working in there. But I kind of want to prioritize this just so it gets done, because it's 2,000 hours with the 2 beavers. If we go up to 4, it goes down to 1,000. If we go up to 8, it goes down to 500. If we go up to 10, it's 400. So we know that's how that works. But I don't have enough to spare. We just have to have some sort of... We are only at 2% productivity. Oh my god, man. We have so much stuff to get done. And of course, making the blueprints, we just don't have enough beavers. Have 143. I feel like that was substantially fewer than when we started this episode. But the water amount's going up. So now our well-being is 18. So what did glory give us? Oh, 0.8. All right. Well, not having the debuff for the thirst, I think, is probably what's helped us the most. So we'll let them keep on doing what they're doing. We'll keep on attempting to build stuff. I don't know how fast it's going to be. And how much else we can really do without waiting. But that's the way she goes. This district is still kind of okay with food. It just is missing some stuff. Now, Bramble Dam. The paragon of good choices here. Is actually doing very well. Well, they have a lower well-being because they don't have as many recreational options. But they've got tons of water. We should be exporting. I believe they are. The bridge should be expediting that. And I originally wanted to make 2 more of these district crossings, but we don't have the beaver power to actually build anything right now. So I don't think we're going to be worrying about that just quite yet. But we do have 2 of them currently operating, and that's a big help. Versus 1, and having this bridge, they don't have to go swim underwater. That's also, I'm sure, a giant help. Food production in here is looking okay. I don't really have anything we can be that upset about. Everything is looking fine. Moving back over to here, our irrigation tower lodge has had absolutely no progress made on it. So, I'm not going to feel bad for getting rid of it. And I'll tell you why. And that's because if we go in here, I know this is still paused. Probably is not any reason for it to be paused since I've gotten rid of all this. Let's just go back to 3 times. Under irrigation towers, we have the super fertilizing irrigation tower bath. Trademark. I've been told... Oh, I do have the science for it. I've been told this is really good by the mod maker himself. So, we have to build the stilt house first. This thing on the bottom, and then we have to build this on top. We have the materials, I believe. Yeah, we should have no problem, except for the tar. We'll get them on that. But I've been told this actually has a really big radius and is very good for farming and has other benefits as well because it does other things. But I don't know what the range is like, so I want to go to a far-off area with a lot of flat land to try and mess with this. So, oh yeah, look at that. So, obviously we're not going to be building this here, but this has a very large range, and it gives fun, wet fur need, clean fur need, and a nice view. So that's nice. It's going to use more water, which, you know, probably isn't something we should be flirting with right now. But that seems like a very good thing to be getting into because it's going to have a bunch of ancillary benefits as well. So that's going to be gone. Why do I always feel like I need to be pausing things? But if we were to do that, we could get rid of probably these three right here. I know I have the bad habit of pausing. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not that sorry, but I am a little sorry. So we'll I probably didn't even need to unplant this, honestly. But if I put... Oh, no, I absolutely did, because there's stuff underneath it that was going to have to go away, I think. Yeah, it needs that center space completely done. That's 89%. Okay, we'll let it go. Except we have so many other sunflowers that aren't being harvested. That's fine. We'll get it figured out. But that's where we're going to put that. That should be pretty much right in the middle of all this. You know what? We might actually need to keep these two if I put this here because I don't think it's going to reach all of these pumpkins. But, I mean, if it's that good, I can just build another one over here. That's not going to be a problem. Then we can have even more space. So 94%, we'll let them get rid of that. Our water... Oh, yeah, look at this. Our water situation's getting vastly better. That is nice to see. I just wish they would build stuff. I mean, I guess the builders are, well, maybe carrying dirt. Oh, I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to build these stupid levees that I was attempting to get done over here. That is something I definitely should... Oh, wow. Yeah, let's pause that. Don't need them focusing on that. If they're going to be putting dirt in, I want it to be here so I can put a another set of water wheels. But honestly, I don't need this either right now. I've been told it's unnecessary to put this here to have a good flow with the rest of these water wheels, but I think at some point we're going to want this anyway, so that's probably fine. Probably more important to get the watertight lodges and then this rat's nest of power everything. And we'll see what happens with that. But for the time being, stuff seems to be kind of working out pretty well. Now, if I can just remember how to get to stuff. There we go. Stilt house. Wait, hold on. Why does that say sorry? Oh, work in progress. Okay. So, okay, we don't want that facing that way. We actually want this. Oh, how am I going to get away with this? I didn't realize it was... The door was 3 blocks. So I guess technically this is 4 blocks off the ground. So we're going to have the entrance here. Which is going to mean... Why do I always pause this? It doesn't need to be paused. If we were to do this... yeah, let's do that. So then they can just come in on the top of this, and we can put some platforms, now that we have the tall platforms here. Can I do overhang walkways on these? I don't think I can. Alright, tall platforms it is. That's fine. So we'll get these guys right here. Then, because of the way this is set up, did I actually research the ladders? No, I probably should have done those first. Okay, that's, maybe I created a problem here. What's in here? Green peas? Not anymore. Now there's nothing in there. We'll get that. We'll get that fixed. Yes, I know. I'm adding things to be constructed in a scenario in which nothing wants to be constructed. That's the way she goes. This is going to have to be... do I just want to do... No, that's not going to work, because this has to have... Yeah, those have to have stairways there, so then that can just be... Oh! Okay, yeah, that's going to be an easy thing to fix. Because then all I have to do is put another staircase right there. That'll work. That could be our stairway to the entrance of that. That will work quite nicely. And then, you know what? We don't even have to... Yeah, we don't even have to do this stupid thing here, because guess what I can do? I can put another stair... Well, not that one. I can put another little side staircase here. And there we go. It'll just connect all the way across there. And then at some point we'll want this to actually connect to something. But that time is not now. And I think this will be okay once they actually get to it. Which they probably can't do until everything else gets built. But you know how this works. All right, we have 1800 water, looking good. I am absolutely not going to be lowering the priority of water production at this point. We're going to do what we can do. 94 open vacancies. Meanwhile, we're at 42% at the ENS. We don't have anybody working in the Artist Lodge for the Balloon Trader landing pads. Are we even going to be able to construct? I can't research it, so I guess it doesn't matter. This city builder's rule is just chilling, reading books. Cool. Except I don't have the other stuff to feed them because, well, there's probably nobody to haul stuff around, so we're going to have to figure out what to do with that. But I digress. We will get things figured out. And this was supposed to be the other buried tank, which we probably want to have over here. So we'll just add that to the list. Plenty of other things to get done. They have actually made a little bit of progress over here by putting these 2 platforms in. And now we have both of these water wheels. Okay, cool. We are looking... we're looking a little better here. Now, what can I turn on first? I think it's going to have to be... Yeah, it's going to have to be this one. That high power shaft. And this platform. Actually, because of how this is set up, yeah, just the platform. And then underneath, I can turn the straight power shaft on as soon as I get that done. But getting power back to here is going to be nice because this is generating a pretty good amount with just these 2 large wheels. That was a very good investment. So this is still waiting on something to be turned on. I guess I could go ahead and unpause this. There we go. And then that should not be a problem. This was already unpaused. Cool. Now we have 2-story watertight lodges. Those will have haulers in them as well when we have all the spots filled. So as we recover here, food-wise, we're still looking pretty good. We got, it's going to say 2,600 in this district, but a lot of that is the pumpkins that we haven't done anything with in quite some time. But it's not bad news. We just have a little bit of stuff to keep catching up on, and that's okay. So now that I know the glorious truth of our super ultra mondo mega thing here. All right, there's that drought in 3 days. I want to put one of them over here. And I think it doesn't really matter based on the radius that we saw. Where I stick this, I just have to be able to actually get up there. And I don't have ladders yet, and I probably won't spend the science on them. So this is a 2. That's a 1, so I might have actually done this in the exact correct location. Yeah, okay, cool. We can do that. And then on the top of that, we get the super fertilizing bath. I don't know if it matters which way it gets rotated, because I think it's just a thing on top. So let's put that there. I think that looks kind of neat to have the tank front and center. But once that's in place, then we'll be able to grow a bunch of trees up here. And everything will be all hunky-dory. That's going to be cool. That is such a nice thing. I think, oh man, I think we want to take this Lido out and actually replace it with one of those. It certainly would take less space and would probably provide a bunch of benefits that we would love to be able to take advantage of. But that doesn't have to be a today thing to do. How are we looking over here? That's still not there. Yeah, see, this guy right here probably doesn't need to exist, but we'll probably just leave him. Should be okay. So everything here is connected. And look at that. We're making so much power. It is raising these, well, not super fast, but it is raising them. So if I were to... if I were to pause this, I think I will. Because that is using a bunch of power. See if we can get these raised up any faster. Factory is already paused. Paper mill is already paused. Mechanized kitchen house is already paused. Grist mill. Well, actually, I could just pause all of this except the, well, these guys. Because it's not like it's going to kick beavers out of their homes. We just have to have this go up. I don't know if I can get it that high in the next 2 days. But we will see. We'll see what happens. Is there anything else I can pause? I think I've already done it. Screw press, making screw press sunflower oil. We have, if we take a look at our supplies, we don't really have a lot, and we kind of need it, so I don't want to pause those. But mushroom juice, no. We can pause both of those. I don't know if they were actually using any power because there's nobody working there. But nonetheless, we will go ahead and pause that. Still going up. Not as fast as I would like, but hey, I will take this. This seems to be working really well. And that's something we can be pretty happy with. Now, how are we progressing here? This is going to need another straight one. Then once that's done, except this building is... Oh, no, it's almost done. It just needs tar. So, how are we making tar? No, we're making nitroglycerin. I probably should have another alchemist. But I will set this to make tar because we have 100 nitroglycerin. That's actually decent. 46% of the way done. We're getting there. We're getting there. Our population's recovering slowly. We have now 204 beavers, including the little ones. We're getting there, folks. We're fixing our problems. It's just not exactly a fast process. Now, can I... Yeah, this does not have anything because it's way far behind the queue, which I guess is okay. Probably should be expected. Food-wise, everything's looking good. Water-wise, everything is looking much better. I'm not going to say good yet because there's still so much that could possibly go wrong. But we'll get that figured out. Somebody said that I need to go ahead and get rid of these pine trees and plant some more somewhere else. And yes, that is one of my plans for this area up here. Currently, this was just here because it was there in the beginning. If I get rid of this tapper's shack and grow trees up on here, then that would be a much better use of our time and energy because we have our wood felling planification lodge that can wood fell and planificate all over the place right here. And that will be probably the only place I plant these everblossom trees, and the rest of these could be pines or could be something else. We'll see. Could even be farming, depending on how we want to have it set up. But it would just make sense since this is in range of that building. We are going to have to put another forester, but we're not there yet. We have so much other stuff to do that we don't need to be too engrossed in everything else that's happening here. Yeah, so we'll let them get the tar. I probably should go ahead and get these... get these power shafts put in place. Oh, that's already built. Okay. Yes, we definitely want this one to be next. Get that log and come on over here. Let's go. We got 0.5 days. Okay, these are a little bit over half capacity recovered. That's certainly better than nothing. Okay, that's done. I'm going to put the four-way here because that is going to allow us, if we are to ever blast this out in the future, it's going to allow us to put stuff on the other side. I don't think we're going to get to that point, but I want to make sure that if we do, we are ready. Also, it is hardly that much more... Well, okay, technically uses 4 times as many resources, but it's 4 logs. It's not going to be a problem. We have 1,100 map-wide. In this district, though, it's only 530. Okay, you know, that's half. That's fine. Okay, any progress made over here? Yes, actually, waiting on tar. Okay. I kind of feel like we don't want that to get super prioritized until we can actually get up there. So if we prioritize the things we're going to need to have on the path up there, then that's probably smart as well. All right, so 7-day drought. Should be fine to get through this, no problem, now that we have our water situation recovered rather nicely. This guy no longer has any trees to cut, so guess what, Colby? You can go do whatever else your heart desires. You have been relieved of your post. Harvester's office has nobody working or living there, which is resulting in us not having any berries except for the ones that are harvested from over here, which I'm not going to be super worried about right now. It's not a essential thing for us to have, just because the berries aren't used for the reproduction like they are in the iron teeth. So we'll be all right. And what a mess of stuff this is. So what else can we do while we're waiting for stuff to get constructed? I guess we could try to decide what we're going to put in here. We have coal here. That's pine resin. That's sunflower seeds. What are we actually lacking in storage for under the base materials? Clay, I don't care about clay. Coal, we have 540 storage. Dirt, probably could use some more storage. Iron ore, we probably could have some more storage easily for. Mountain salts, well, these were digging the iron up before, so I'll tell you what. We'll do iron ore. And then we'll have this one be iron ore as well, because the ones on the bottom are coal. That just makes sense. Then these on the other side. What is that? Silicon metal ingots. What are we? Are we making beaver computers? Oh no. That's probably way far off though. Glass we can't make yet. Now that being on this side doesn't really necessarily mean anything. But, yeah, this is pretty inaccessible. Yeah, we could put dirt here. Why not? We might want to have it over here for whatever reason. Do we? Oh, we do have mud baths. Okay, yeah. Yes, we're going to want to have that stored up. That's going to be fine. So this should be... Oh, wait, it's too far from a district because they... Oh, because they haven't built the staircase. Okay, all right, that makes sense. Waiting on tar. Should I build another alchemist? I probably should. They need... No, they have everything they need for that. Sunflower oil. Oh, man, we're... Probably should be making more of that. But our power system is functioning. Slowly discharging. I suspect it might not be enough. But we will keep working diligently. We'll get things figured out. Yeah, let's get that sorted. We got another, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. We should be able to get through the rest of the drought. And I just wish they would come build these power shafts a little bit faster, but it looks like someone's here to take care of that. Who is that? Caboodles, thank you for your service. Okay, get that finished. Get that thing put in, and then we'll have the power shaft intersection right behind it. And then we'll have a pretty nice production of water mechanically, which should help insulate us a little bit more against further problems that we might run into. Just want to make sure they get this accomplished. There we go. Oh, now you're hungry. All right, well, go eat something. 27. You couldn't finish the job? All right. All right, who's finishing it? Is that Weekek? I don't know, but thank you anyway. So that's looking good. How are we progressing over here? Absolutely no progress. So yeah, okay, we figured. This is so far away. That's fine. So, after all that time, we are still only at 50% on our stuff here. That's really unfortunate. Nobody's in here making the balloon trader landing pad, which can't say I blame you. We got enough other stuff going on. I am going to have this dynamite popped in because I want to at least start the construction of this other buried tank storage here. That's going to take some time. We will get it figured out. Not super worried about it. So it's interesting, I guess, while we sit here waiting for the rest of that to get done. It's just so interesting to me how quickly things can go south when there's a single problem that just compounds so easily and so quickly. I don't know, not to get too philosophical with things, but I feel like that happens a lot in our lives as well. So don't be afraid to take some time to just relax and evaluate your options if you're dealing with hard things. People care about you. So that being said, back to beavers. Giant buried tanks. Going to go there. Set that to water. And we can set that to obtain. That should be a big help for us in the future. Why is this one the very last one to get built when it was prioritized and these weren't? That is puzzling. Anyway, this needs tar, which we currently only have 7 of, because I think we're using the tar to build these things. But they're all hooked up. Wow, we still have... Okay, still have 20,000 something power left in each of these batteries. So we might actually be okay. Well, since I have almost everything paused, except the giant drill and these water pumps. Now, is anything being produced? Drill bits. Drill bits. How many of these do we have? We have... Oh, we have 10. We're good. Mechanized kitchen house was previously making mushroom stew. That's braised cabbage. I just don't know what the icons for all this stuff is. But considering I don't think we have very many chestnuts and dandelions. Okay, we have 128 chestnuts. Dandelions, I don't think we have any because nobody's harvesting those. Oh, we should have more storage for chestnuts. That's definitely something we should do. What do I have programmed over here? Berries, pumpkin chips, salt, berry, pumpkin chips again, cabbages, pumpkins, rice, weird udon, and fried rice. So how about instead of the pumpkins here, we make grilled chestnuts. Make this for chestnuts, rice, weird udon, fried rice, pumpkin chips. Is there one of these that's a duplicate? I've probably already been through this. Weird udon is not being constructed. Sheesh. So we're going to make that into pumpkin storage. Which I guess I could have just changed this one instead of changing both of these, but hey. That's fine. We're doing our part slowly to accomplish things. Alright, so now, okay, now we can bring in our materials. We might actually get the stilt house finished. So that's cool. I do think we're going to want to have some sort of access to get down here, but I don't, since I don't have the ladders, I can't put that in. We might do that in the corner here once the ladders are unlocked, but I think we should probably save our science for things that are a little bit more consequential to the actual tech tree. And of course, nothing has happened here, but we probably, yeah, we've got enough materials. We need to restart making metal blocks. Our primitive smelters were making the, why can't I remember what this is called? Scrap metal. There we go. I promise my brain is fine. Those, I think, are still okay to be paused a little bit because we have 184. But the actual metal itself was being made at the factory here. So why don't we just switch that back, unpause. I know there's nobody working here, but that will let them get back started with this just as soon as they have the ability to get any of that stuff done. Because remember, we are still 26 vacancies with 6 incapacitated beavers, which brings up another thing. People have been kind of dogging me on not having enough medical beds. But we haven't really been worrying about that much. I am going to build another couple over here. And by couple, I mean a set of 3. I'm just not quite sure where to put them. I could just, what, can't I? Yeah, I could. But then I can't make this any higher, which I don't know we want to, don't want to make that too terribly bad. So why don't we, for right now, Just have this one here. Yeah. We'll make another set of each. Right there. In fact, okay, these are still... Oh, that's still a good bush. All right, well, not anymore. Get rid of that thing. And then that'll allow them to get in there. That should be fine. Okay. So this is literally just a house. That's fine. What is... how can I click on the thing on top of it? I don't know that I actually have... Or did we not place it yet? Oh, no, we didn't place it. Okay. Well, that's why that hadn't happened then. Let's pop that there. There's not really any specific reason that I did this way, except, well, I don't know, I felt like it. So, do we have the materials? It looks like we do. Except for the tar. They're still making the tar. But it would be nice to have this done, so let's prioritize this. Have that thing get built. We are making tar. Hey, not a bandicoot. Every 5 hours can make 3 tar. Hopefully, that continues. Dirttracker is out here making balloons, except not really because we don't have... It uses tar. Okay. All right. I see what's happening here. Let's put in... where is that? It's not under science, is it? No. Why would an alchemist be under science? Well, okay. Well, depending on how you want to think about it, it's more of like a magic type thing. There we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's perfect. You are making tar. Surprise, surprise. So, now we have... Oh, look at the art on this. It reminds me of that that lattice work you'll find in gardens and stuff. That's cool. That is a very nice texture. So all we're waiting on is 17 tar, and then we have another 23 logs. We should see this before the end of the episode, and that's going to be exciting because then we can decide what we want to keep. So this has a pretty good range, good enough for us to get rid of. I can't get rid of that guy because there's paths on this, but we can get rid of this because this is going to. Oh, all right. So that was not my smartest thing I've ever done. Because I forgot. You get rid of it. You get rid of the irrigation. Wow. Yeah, chalk that one up to me being super intelligent. That's obviously a joke. But this should be done, and then, yeah, that'll take care of that. And we can't get rid of these two yet. But if I put another one of these back behind this farmhouse, maybe right about here or so, then we could get rid of these two and have a little bit more farm space. Well, it'd probably be about the same. We would just be able to get rid of these paths here, maybe put a few more things in. Oh, but it's going to be cool to have this done. All right, 1.3 days left in the drought. Sitting at about 53, 54 minutes on the timer currently, so we're in a good spot. Have we caught up population-wise? We have two vacancies, 4 incapacitated beavers, so I imagine that is something that is fine. We'll get these medical beds put in, and then once we have the actual nursing degrees and we can have the specialized treatment, that should hopefully become something that gets fixed. 55%. Oh, I've got unemployed beavers. All right, to the ENS you go. You are elected. And we're making the fancy blueprints for the balloons. Is that what this is? I hope I don't have 29 of these. No, I have 6 balloon trader landing pad fancy blueprints. And we're going to switch this guy back over to comic books because those provide a well-being bonus. And since we have, hopefully... Yeah, we can just make these fancy. We can always duplicate them at a later time. We're not going to have 11 of these balloons, at least not yet. That could be a next episode thing, though, now that we have pretty much completely recovered from our water problems. We've put a couple things in place to hopefully prevent that kind of stuff from happening again. At least, kind of. Making metal blocks. I could turn the... oh, this is going down pretty fast. I could turn the drill back on. I don't think we really need to worry about it right now, but the paper mill definitely needs to get turned back on. We have a mighty need for that, and that was consuming a lot of water, so that's why that was originally turned off and not restarted. But drought's just about over. These will be turning once again. They provide plenty of power, just these two, so we don't need to worry about building any more right now. But I want to see this done. I need the tar. So I think what I'm going to have to do is pause the Handicrafter's Lodge here and extract the tar from that just so we can see this thing finished, because I am itching to see exactly how this works. That seems like that would be fun. Oh, they're not going to finish it today because it's the end of the day. Well, we'll just power through the night. We'll go ahead and start the process of wrapping this one up, and then we'll see on day 1 of cycle 32 what this is like. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys sticking with this series when the going gets tough. It is very hard to figure out with minimal outside help. I know you guys in the comments are very helpful, and especially the mod creator coming in here and offering advice. Very much appreciated. But outside of that, it's pretty much me flying by the seat of my pants, and I'm not that great at doing that. So we, of course, take whatever help we can get. So again, very thankful for you, very thankful for those folks that I just mentioned. And of course, Beard Boosters with all of their support, making it possible for me to continue doing these things. We're having a whole lot of fun. And I just want to make sure you guys understand that I do enjoy playing this. Like this is not an exercise in frustration or whatever. This is actually legitimately fun. It's just something that I have not as good at as the other playthroughs. So it's going to be a little bit rough sometimes. But here we go. This is cool. It's got visitor slots, and we should see once these guys actually start. Why is this flickering? I guess nobody decided what they wanted to do, so they had GinUpTheWater come up here. He's like, all right, yeah, you can run the super fertilizing irrigation tower bath. That sounds like a good time. But that's going to be nice to have irrigation going here. We'll, of course, see the giant buried tank to completion next time as well. Store some more water. But we are looking really good, folks. We can be very happy about where we are, except for all the dirty beavers we have. But those problems will be solved, hopefully, sooner rather than later when we get the water back in here. And it is coming back. Let's, yeah, watch that come in. Should not be a problem. So, in preparation for that, I will turn the drill back on. Turn the sawmill. Actually, we could probably leave the sawmill. No, we'll turn it back on. And the grist mill and the kitchen house and all that. Mushroom juice, I don't think we care about. At least not right now. So we'll let that be as it will. And we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. But yeah, this is fun. It's challenging. It's weird. Sometimes it doesn't make any sense, but it is fun. And we'll have a second one of these over here next time around. But that well and truly is the end of today's episode. Let's also not forget these guys having a fun time down here. Except for this part where these are drying out. But that's not going to be the end of the world. We'll get more water in here, and everything should be okay. We got beavers using these river baths, so our dirty beaver problem is more or less solved. But yep, here comes the water, and here comes the end of day 1 of cycle 32. Always appreciate you. Always appreciate your comments. So please do feel free to engage in that dialogue down below. If any advice or whatever comes to mind, I do read all of them, and I do appreciate them. Just like I appreciate you. I think I've said that 800 times, but I really mean it. So thanks for being here. We'll see you again tomorrow, hopefully, if the mods are updated after the update 5 patch that dropped in the Iron Teeth mega build. So if that doesn't work, then I don't know. I'll let you know what's happening. But at any rate, that's it. Have fun, stay safe, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.